Go out to LA. The new anthem. California Love Part 2. To live and die in LA. West side, west side, west side. To live and die in LA, where everybody try to fatten their pocket. So many hustle for the cash, so it's hard to knock it. Everybody got their own thing.
Well, hello. God bless you, community family, and welcome to Gang Talk with Sister Herron and Skipp Townsend. If we look a little different tonight, it's because we are again. Skipp is not here. He's out practicing something, so when we catch up with him, we'll find out what's going on and let you know. But once again, God bless you and welcome to Gang Talk. Because if you listen to this show, you know what it's about. You know how serious our subject is, and we come here every week, as we've been doing since 2009, to have this very important conversation with our community and our families, because as you will see from our guest tonight, that we are all connected to this. So it gives me great honor and pleasure to introduce a longtime warrior in this fight, and that's the beloved Dr. Cynthia Mendenhall. Hello,
yes,
Cynthia.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
We're glad you are here.
Glad to be here.
They are. And so before we get started, you know, it's always our practice to thank our guests from last week. And we don't want to forget the mothers that came in and had that very difficult conversation with you, talk to you about their beautiful children that have been murdered, and the event that we held last Friday. Yes. That was outstanding. And our guests were Barbara Hughes and her daughter, Dewana. Barbara's two of her sons were killed unjustly, unfairly. The first one at 15, which was 10 years ago. Her second son, a grown man, living his life, doing well, killed just 2 years ago. And you just have to understand the devastation that goes along with that story. Then we had Jennifer Rivers with us again, and we know that you remember her son, Tevin Price. He was killed because of his red tennis shoes. We had Frances Williams. She was here. Her son was murdered 7 years ago, and Frances's truth is that, and we agree with her, they're never going to find her son's murderer. That's the hard side of this, is that our children have been murdered and their murderers are still free. And we had Dee Dee, Demika Lofton Thomas, Demika Dee Dee, and she came to represent her son Derek, who was killed a few years ago as well. So these mothers came to have this very sensitive conversation with our community, because we had a Bring Their Shoes event last Friday, sponsored by Assemblyman Mike Gibson. And he asked our grieving families to bring the shoes of their loved ones that they used to walk in. And so this is where we left Thursday and went to do that Friday. And God bless Cynthia, she was there. Yes. And all the mothers that were here Thursday, and the big crowd, and we just pray that you were sensitive to it, that you paid attention to it, that you saw how hurtful that image was, and when you see how many baby shoes, yes, and children's shoes and women's shoes that were in that group, it was, yes, heartbreaking, huh, Cynthia?
Yes. I didn't leave till like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Right.
Because after they cleared the street, it still was people out there.
Yes.
They just wanted you to listen to, yes, them and how they feel, and they didn't know they can go get some support.
Right. It was a very powerful event.
Yes.
And the beauty about that is that the mothers don't want that to stop. They, yes, appreciate the Assemblyman for sponsoring that, but they want to continue this. They want to do, yes, some more, and they want to do more this year. They don't, mm-hmm, want to wait until...
They say every 3 months they want to do something, yes, well, because somebody's being murdered every day.
Yeah, and the truth is, we only had a small representation.
Yes.
Just a small representation, and that's just for the folks that understood what it was and came and supported. So the hard thing for me was to meet the mothers I hadn't met yet.
Yes.
to know that I know when and where their children were murdered, but had not been able to meet the family yet.
Yes.
So that was a very emotional Friday evening for our community, and we just hope that the members of our community family appreciate the message that we were trying to send. You know, people act like this doesn't affect them, but it does. We were talking about
yes.
family just before we came on the air.
Yes,
And
great. Siblings. We always worry about the mother, but we never worry about the siblings, fathers and uncles and aunties and grandmothers and grandfathers. A lot of them is grieving as well, because everybody's so busy trying to see about the mother, and they forget about the siblings and stuff like that.
You're absolutely right about that. We talked about that in detail last week as well, because Barbara's daughter, DeWanda, came.
Yes.
And she had her two brothers stolen
Yes.
from her. And we talked about the fact that there were no resources to help her.
Yes.
And
She's right.
She had to kind of rely on her mom, and her mom
is grieving too. Yes.
You know, so family, we're really just trying to wake you up.
And I talked to a mother called me last night at 10. The uncle is grieving, and he want her out of her house, out of his house and her house. And I had to talk to her last night and explain to her what grieving means. She said, I'm calling you because you lost 2 kids, and I want to know how do it feel. And I had to explain to her she got to just be quiet. And if he having the mood swings, it's okay. She didn't know. Right. She said he's mean, and then she explained it to me. And I said, that's what you call mood swings. And sometimes you just got to be quiet and let it take its course and get in touch with mental health.
Yes, yeah. It's very hard. It's very hard. And folks have some kind of expectation of, first their thing is, well, it's never going to happen to me. And when it does, the first reaction is shock, followed by anger. So those are part of the whole process. And, you know, Skipp and I talk very candidly about this. Skipp hates these conversations, because they're heartbreaking.
Yes.
And when the women start talking about the hurt in it, Skipp's first thing is he wants to go check the oil in his tires. You know, that's the joke he tells. I need to go check that oil in my tires. And I understand that. See, because that hurts. It hurts very deeply, and we cry.
At first, I was asking God, why me?
Yeah.
Because I was helping people with so many murders and so many funerals. That's what I was doing before my kids was murdered or deceased. And right after that, I seen why. God said, this is what I want you to do. And that I was called to do this. And after that, it started coming in twos. So people's LAPD and the sheriff and community leaders and everybody, family members all over the city was saying, call her. Do you know that lady? And they'll call me. You know, they'll call me Reginald. He'll call me. Somebody will call me. Skipp, Taco. Somebody will call me. Bo Taylor, Greg, Jim Brown. Somebody will call me and say, sister, pick up the phone. A mother needs you. And that's how I started advocating for mothers. And,
yeah. You know, it's so crazy. Excuse me. I met you. A young woman had been killed on Western, just north of Vernon.
Yes.
And we were over there for a press conference when Skipp and I, when we got the word that your son had been murdered. And we left that press conference and went and joined you out to honor your boy in that prayer circle. I never will forget that day. And that's how we met.
The same day he was murdered, I was trying to find out who community it was so I can stop another mother for grieving. And I told them I don't want nobody else to die. So I had to hurry up and call a prayer because people were so angry because it was my son and he was known all over the world. So calm and beautiful, special, just a special individual that knew so many people. And I was trying to find out because I didn't want nobody else to die that day.
Right.
So I was asking whoever hood it was to come with me and come to the prayer. And some of them did, who when they heard where it came from, they was like, "Sister, we on our way." And so I told everybody I want to ceasefire the whole city, whole California. I want a ceasefire.
Right, right. You were very powerful in that moment to control the rage that was coming.
Steve
through
Harvey
at
helped
that
me with
time.
the radio.
Yeah.
And Minister Tony Muhammad, everybody got the word out, all the intervention workers and everybody said, "Sister, Minister Tony bought 200 men." I looked outside and more was coming. And what do you want us to do? I said, "I want a prayer ASAP." He said, "That's what you want?"
Yeah.
And I want every community here, right here in Watts.
Yeah.
And they came. It was like 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Yes, yes. And, I just want to thank these men that you've mentioned because they have been steadfast. Some of them, Steve Harvey is not involved like he used to be, and we don't want him to think we don't need him because we certainly could use his voice. And any of our leadership, especially with our music people, we were just discussing with the engineer before we came on the air because the words of our music are powerful influence, and some of us listen to it for the wrong reasons, and some of our artists are singing the wrong messages, and we as a people kind of have to come together and turn against that. And before we go into that, I just
talk
want
about
to
murder. It still affects me.
Yes, it does. And here,
Yes.
before we came here today, we were actually out at Maxine Waters' office. There was a big demonstration because this militant group that apparently carries they wear paramilitary uniforms and they carry weapons, and they had promised to come and picket at Maxine Waters at the Congresswoman's office this morning. And so it was on the news that they were intended to show up. So the community felt it was our responsibility to show up too. And we did.
Yes.
We showed up. Because if they're going to come and visit our Congresswoman like that with the intent to bring harm, we felt that we had an obligation to be there to greet them.
Yes. And we as we should.
And we did.
As we should.
We did.
And like I was saying, we need more. We need more of the OGs, the YGs, young Gs, tiny Gs. We need the whole community. We need a family.
Yes. We need to start acting like a family. See, Cynthia, I was raised by the village. Okay, I got all my passion and all my drive from watching the brotherhood stand together to protect my crazy behind. Okay, to protect me. The brotherhood stood together to protect the children of the village. And to see how we've been divided this way is so against us as a people.
Because the Black Panthers,
my
mother was on drugs, and the Black Panthers took care of me and my brother as we walked through on Carocious and 113th. They had a house on the corner. And they would say, "Come here, let me wash your face, let me comb his hair, let me cut his hair." And they would feed us, and then we come back. They'll help us do our homework. We need that back.
Right.
We need that back. We have a lot of Boys and Girls Clubs and other centers, but we don't have African American Black peoples running a lot of stuff. The good thing about Imperial Courts is we got our center. We fought for it. I went to her, fought them. I went and fought everybody to get the center, Rex and Parks, to get the center back. So we got our brothers and sisters in the community is running Imperial Courts Park, the new Watts Park.
That's good. See, because like you said, these are things that we used to do together as a village of people, as a brother and sister, as the brotherhood and the sisterhood and the fellowship of the Black community. And all that has been virtually destroyed with the drug wars that were heaped on us. And there's just some things that I cannot speak about without including that in the
Yes.
conversation, because that is a direct change that happened to my village. When that drug showed up, it started stealing our
That's
families.
a new day.
Yeah.
That's a new day slavery.
Yes. Oh my
Right
God.
now, it's a new day slavery. We have a program, Bury Alive program, and we have 60% black, 18% white, 17% Hispanic, have double life and life for non-violent drug cases,
Yes, yeah.
federal cases.
Yes.
So we need a lot of support. These families out there have family members who fighting to come home. We need you to contact Bury Alive Project, and we need to contact Kim Kardashian, her new prison relief program. I would love to talk to her about that. She helped a grandmother come home.
One.
And that's what we need.
I'm not going to bash her about the one, but we do need to see.
I want to sit
more
down with
than
her.
that.
I want to expand.
Yeah.
Because
We
it's a
appreciate
lot
her.
of fathers
Yeah.
out there, and a lot of them is getting in touch with me, and they haven't gave up hope.
Right.
But they should have been home. Some of them have 22 years, 23 years, 30 years. They supposed to have been home with nonviolent
Right.
drug cases in the federal. So I would like someone to contact the radio station, and I would like to sit down with her so we can see about South Central, Compton, Watts, and all of Los Angeles, how we can start contacting these brothers in federal prison, Bury Alive, double life for nonviolent.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need prison reform, but I just don't think we have the right leadership that's going to give it to us. And our best chance to try to make something happen left with Eric Holder. When he left the Attorney General's office, that door closed right behind him. And you see this man that they have right now, he wants to put more people in prison and make these sentences even stiffer. So this is a time for African Americans.
We're going to have to do some more marching like we did Friday.
We got to come out. We got to come
really
out of
good.
prison.
And today,
yes.
We're going to have to go to Sacramento and Washington, D.C. We got to lobby.
Yeah,
we have to lobby for the new prison reform.
Yes, we do.
And I'm ready.
Yeah. See, you know what, and I'm going to say this again because I said this way back when the marijuana became legal in California, that every marijuana conviction needs to be overturned and that record expunged.
And that's them.
Okay? See, because that that's a big joke. If you're in lockup for selling weed in California, and now weed is legal. So those records need to be expunged, especially in the nonviolent arena. It's ridiculous for us to be paying tax dollars to house people for smoking weed when now weed is legal in California. So come on, family, we really have to be proactive in this. You see, they just came with this campaign trying to split California in 3 sections.
Yes.
Well, that was money trying to make that happen. See, so when we sit by and just let
and
things
Maxine,
happen.
She's really out there by herself.
Yes, she is.
She don't have the support of other politicians. Maxine is out there by herself. Mike Gibson is out there by himself.
Yeah.
So if the community don't come together and lobby with them, then these are kids. These are husbands.
Yes.
We really need not to give up. We one lady told me yesterday that her husband just got out and they're having a problem because she didn't have his back.
Yeah.
She just came back. He said, "Why you coming now?
Yeah.
I needed you then." So she was like, "Sister, what do I do? What do I say?" I said, "You should never ran out on him."
Well, you know what? That's so hard, though. That is so hard when you're here and your man does whatever it is to let the law take him away from his family. What is that family supposed to do? We're supposed to sit and hold and wait till he comes back and just sit in the same place. I'm not asking.
No,
you to
I'm
answer
saying that
but
fathers
you
can
see
still
what I'm
be
saying?
fathers because that's the problem. Every child is out there gangbanging, and every child is murdering people.
Yes.
Our children's.
Yeah.
Their fathers either deceased. When I come to find out, either their mother and father in prison.
Yes.
Or they deceased.
Yes. That's the worst.
When I found that out about the kids that murdered my son, I said, "Oh my Jesus!" The older lady walked through the door saying, "Would you think she'll talk to me?"
Yeah.
And I said, "That sister, she'll talk to you." She said, "I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
That they, murdered your son."
Yes.
And she said, "But I raised him the best I can."
And she's not lying either. Because we have to look at the whole picture. We cannot just isolate sections of it.
It's a lot of mental health.
The drug made us mentally unhealthy, okay?
Yes.
And it pit us against each other in an unholy war about money. The first attack that drug had that did serious damage was on the mother. When it took the mother out the home, the kids aren't eating, the rent's not paid. Where is mother? She's out drugged up somewhere in somebody else's neighborhood. And a lot of these young men got involved in that business to keep mom at home. It's like, I don't want her over there in somebody else's hood doing whatever she is. So I'll become a dealer and keep her at home. And so a lot of kids got abused and detoured
relationship, drug
because
babies.
the damage that drug had done in the home before they even realized.
And now we have them
there it is.
25, 30, and 40 years old.
Yes.
And they in denial. And a lot of times they forget to tell the judge their child had an IEP. And they forget to tell the judge that he's a drug baby.
Yes, he's
if
a
they
drug
tell
baby.
them that our kids wouldn't be getting 70, 80 years in life. They wouldn't, because they really, when they sitting up there in court, they really don't understand what they saying.
Right.
I went to court with somebody. I said, did you know what you just plead to? He said, no. He said, I can go home. I said, no, you shouldn't have pleaded to that.
Right.
Because they would have dropped it.
Right.
I'm sitting out there and I'm writing.
Right.
And he said, well, I'm ready to go home.
That's a sad reality. You know, you do something and
ready to go home.
and then you find out, they're going to keep you. And then the reality sets in. And what's so unfair to us, family, because, there is no one blame here. It's a compilation of things.
Yes.
And when you think how many of our kids have been forfeit to foster care, had their family taken away from them, grown up with nobody they know.
Nobody. Because
So
I
they've
just
been
had my
orphaned
son
in the
funeral and they
world.
gave me 2 babies.
Yeah.
Soon as I buried my second son, they gave me 2 babies. I hadn't got a chance to grieve. And I said, no, if I don't take them, they're going to send them up north. And we're not going to see them. We're not going to never see them.
Yes.
And I'm telling and I'm asking all the grandparents, all the family members, please go get these kids out of foster homes.
Yes.
Get them out of there.
Yes.
These white people, Caucasian, don't know our culture.
No,
they raising our kids.
And actually, they're not. It's a lot of, and I don't want to just indict the foster system because it has a lot of flaws in it already.
Yes.
And the biggest flaw is that our children are in it. That's the biggest flaw. It's not their fault. It's our fault that our children are subjected to foster care.
It is our fault because my mother sit there and made me understand. She said, excuse me, baby. She told a social worker, I hear you, but my daughter don't hear you. She just buried her son yesterday. She said, but we want him.
Yeah, we want him.
She said, because we got to step up.
Yes.
My mother told her, we want him.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to all the parents out there right now and family members, I don't care what she did, that sister, whatever she did wrong, stop blaming her and help her.
And look.
Help her get clean.
If you can't not blame her, don't blame the kids.
Yes.
The kids are responsible for what their mom does. You see, they're not responsible for what their dad does.
Yes.
And I want to mention the little boy that whoever this woman was that left that little baby in the train station last week.
Yes.
Well, his family thanks social media for putting it out there.
I love it.
Because they found
They
him.
didn't know.
They didn't know.
And she's mental health.
She's mental health. His mom is
and
mental health.
And it's hard to get mental health in our community. And I want you to elaborate on that.
Okay,
because I know.
Okay, you know why?
I got a list of people.
Okay, because we don't believe in it.
Yes.
Black folks don't believe in mental health. And the reason being is because if you haven't walked in my shoes, how can you understand what's wrong with my head?
And they denying them.
Yeah. Well,
they denying everybody. Everybody got denied. And they said, but something is wrong. And then after they shoot somebody or they kill, they self-commit suicide, now they say, oh, we got a list.
Yeah.
She's mental. He's mental. Okay, they was trying.
But it's so amazing, though, Cynthia. we never get charged with the mental health, but those kids that shoot up the school and shoot up the hell,
yes.
and shoot up
Oh,
the
they say
theater.
they crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Okay.
They're crazy.
Not our kids.
Yeah, not our kids.
Our kids
No,
get
our
70
kids are
years.
just-
I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a
70
double
and 60
standard
years.
in this.
But our kids is mental.
Yeah.
I had 5 mothers said sister.
Yes.
My son had an IEP and they gave him a life.
What's an
My
IEP?
son had an IEP. That's
Say
when
what
they
that
in
is.
special ed.
Oh, okay. All right.
And, all their life in school. So that's
right.
mental health.
Oh my God.
So if you would have told the judge or the attorney or the prosecutor or anybody in the court, they would not sentence that kid or that man like that.
They wouldn't. Mm-hmm.
So, but our peoples don't know. So I'm trying to put it out there, even if they're adult.
Okay.
If they 30, 40, 25, you have to hurry up and let them know in court if they had a case that they had IEP classes, special ed, their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can always go back to the school and get it.
Okay.
If you need a copy of it, you can always go back to the school. If you're older, 18 or 25, they will tell you where to go get a copy of it.
Okay.
And then put it inside your case while you fighting the case. And tell the truth. If you've been raped, tell the truth. If you've seen your child being murdered, or tell the truth.
Yeah.
See, one thing about us, we don't talk about it. Okay, what made you rage like that? What made you violent?
Right.
Well, I got raped by my auntie. A male, I'm talking about.
Right.
I got raped by my auntie. Or a female, I got raped by my auntie. Like what you call it just saying when you finna see Whitney Houston. All that's finna come out. See, she was already mental, but nobody got her help. They hid all these secrets. And that's what we do. My uncle raped me. My mother boyfriend raped me. I got molested. We hide all this in our homes.
Yeah, we do.
And then you get these kids now, they in prison. And when you talk to them or they go talk to another brother or sister in prison, they say, oh, I was raped. How old you was? 6. I was molested. And we got all these secrets from back in the South.
Right.
And we
What
don't
Skipp
talk
calls
about it.
Unresolved trauma. That's unresolved trauma.
Yes.
That's really what that is.
And that's
It's
why we're having all
unresolved
these
trauma.
problems.
Yeah. That we're carrying into our
And then
adulthood.
it going from each generation. It's the same problem because she seen me get beat. She was 5 years old, and now she think it's okay in her marriage.
Right.
The next time, her daughter doing it. So the generation curse is still here, and we need to face them and stop lying and stop being embarrassed to talk about it.
Let me ask you this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you see the younger kids changing things? You
Yes.
see some change.
Yes.
I see a change in the millennials. They seem to be having a different attitude, that they're not going to accept the things that we've been through. They want something different for themselves. They're not accepting the outrageous rap music that advocates their murder.
Yes.
They're not going to dance to that music anymore. They're not going to play that song on a pipeline to prison. They're not going to sing that song. They're not going to party to that kind of music that denounces their value. So that kind of thing, along with social media, has me very encouraged that there is change coming for our people.
What I think, it's going to be the women's. I think it's going to be the women's now. The women's is going to be the ones who bring the peace, but it's going to be music too. We need the brothers who's writing these lyrics. We need them on the show.
Yeah. We do.
And we need to get word out there to Cardi B and the rest of them out there. We need to come to the table.
Right.
We want them to come to the table with us, the mothers of murdered children.
Right.
And we want them to stop battling and stop wearing the clothes they wearing because our daughters are starting. Oh, Cardi B had on that in the video. And Cardi B said that. They can say all the songs, but they can't read their books.
Right.
And, they can rap real good, these little kids. But you ask them, get them a book, they can't.
They can't read.
No.
They can't read.
No.
And you know what? Your rap is only as good as your vocabulary.
Come on.
Okay, you can't keep saying the same 3 words over and over
Yes.
again. You just can't do that. You got to add more words in there. And so,
Yes.
in my generation, they made us read the dictionary.
Well, I
You
love
had to
John. I
read the
love
dictionary,
James
okay?
Brown
Yeah.
because I listen to James Brown all the time.
Yeah.
I love him because he made sure we knew who we was.
Yeah, he did.
We need that back.
Say it loud. I'm
We
black
need
and
that
I'm
back.
proud.
Not
Yeah.
James Brown, but we need some of the young brothers and sisters who's rapping right now to get us back.
Yeah.
We need y'all to get us back on track.
And you know what? We as a people need
Where
to
you at? I see you.
turn our
We
back.
need you.
Yeah. We need to turn our back on the ones that drag us down. I don't
Yes.
even know why we want to popularize that message that is so damning for us as a people. And when you... And I'm not going to call no names, but we were talking about this a few months ago, and Skipp told me, because, I laughed about when I stopped listening to the music, and Skipp was telling me one of the guys that I was complimenting. Well, he's got a song out now, sister, where he names his shooters. I'm like, what? And we're on the air, and Skipp is telling me, he got a song where I got this shooter, and I got this shooter, I got this guy over
That's
shooter.
how the songs
It's
are
like,
now.
are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
So what is an old lady like me supposed to do with that? How do I support that? How do I compliment him?
Yes.
How do I support him? And he's singing the song about
you
got
like
shooters.
the beat,
No.
but you haven't heard the words.
No, you know what, Ashley?
No, the beats are good. Well, all the beats are good.
Isn't that how we like the beat? But look what they got to sing.
Yeah, the words
beat.
is what
Uh-huh.
everybody be dancing, but they not listen to the words.
Yeah,
They be dancing to the beat. So that's what the drugs we taking do to us, and it's taking us to another level because of the beats.
Did you see that video on social media of this mother having a fit because her daughter was singing one of those songs?
Yes, I seen her. She
and
was
she did a
mad.
feed where she just could not understand it. It's
She knew the whole song.
She knew the whole song. Her little girl was singing that song
She like
word for
about
word.
3 to 5.
Yeah. And
She
Mom
knew
was
the whole song.
she just blew up. She couldn't understand it. But see, your daughter liked the beat. She may
She
not
liked
have
the
understood
beats.
the words, but she liked the beat. So,
I want to say something to the pastors out there.
Go ahead.
We need you. We need the churches. We need all the churches to start open up and walk in the streets. We need you to come out there, walk the communities.
Kind of like we
knock
used
on the
to.
doors.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need prayer today?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where we at. We right here on the corner.
And you know
We
what?
right here down the street.
What I really
And if you don't want us coming to your house, you want us to do a call, give me your number, or is anybody else you want us to call? Because we have a lot of people to shed in now,
Yes.
especially the seniors.
Yes.
They are so scared to come out.
Yes.
And we have to bring the pioneers back out. We need mom and pops and grandmama and granddaddy. We need you back. We want you to come back into the community.
Yeah.
And the churches need to stop saying people can't have funerals at their church.
Oh my God.
Stop being afraid of the community, and open your. Once you get them in there, just get them in there,
Yeah.
and then we got them. Just get them in there. Just figure out how we gonna get them in there. Once we get them in there, then we got them. Put them over something, and they really want to be a part of the church, but they said they don't like us.
Well,
The churches do.
Let's be fair to the ones that are really out here trying to provide the help, and that's
Yes.
the churches that do offer their
It's a lot of churches.
places for you to have that service at. The problem we're having with the ones that price us out, it's about the ones that price us out. We talked about that last week.
So
and
that's
how much.
That's
how
really
much,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because it's this well-known facility, and we don't like to tell.
No,
on
this
them. We
all
don't
the
like to name
facilities.
them.
I'm finna
But
tell you, I do the funerals.
when it came
and
to
they
Bo
will
Taylor,
not
they
let
wanted $30,000 to bury Bo Taylor, and you're kidding me. This man
Another one
of
just
the
wanted
movement.
$2,000.
No,
And
they-
that was their church. And so the family like, sister, I said, well, I got one for $200.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
Can we use that one? I said, yes, you can.
Well, you know.
But that's why I'm saying that, because I'm doing it every week.
Yeah.
And it's they churches.
Yeah.
And they figure, wait a minute, I've paying tithes for 10 years, sister. I said, okay, we're going to have to move on right now.
Yeah.
You're going to have to deal with that on another level, but right now your family need a church. Let me go find one.
Right.
But that's what I'm talking about.
And we need to uplift the churches that are opening their door for us.
And them the ones that's opening the door. They said, no, we don't want no more. We want a donation only for $200. And we have like 10 churches like that out here right now.
Yeah.
And they help. Not only that, they open their doors and they let people sleep at their churches.
And
they giving out food.
We need to talk about.
They giving out food, and they giving out jobs, and they giving out mental health, and they giving medicine, and weeks of months of food.
Well, you know what? This is something we've been advocating, that they could open their door for women to come together and share that grief with each other. They could open their doors and get a youth fellowship, give the kids a safe place to meet and have fun. You know, and these are the things that we really need to have our churches be proactive in and come out. See, because, you know, there was a pastor out today, I'm not familiar with him, at the demonstration at the Congresswoman's office. And there was a young man that had been singled out because he looked different. And he said something maybe didn't sound right. And the people immediately targeted him because we were expecting trouble. We came there expecting trouble, and people like me were prepared to meet it, okay? So this guy just kind of got singled out. Well, this pastor ran into that crowd and virtually saved him from being harmed. And had the pastor not been there, we don't know what might have happened. But he became the calming influence from my side of the table. It was very effective. And see, because the congressman asked us not to respond to them in kind.
Because they turned it around.
Don't go out there and beat them up.
Because she spoke real good, and they turned it around. They turned it around to
one of the
something.
networks gave the wrong address, and I was so upset about it because they gave the location where we were on Friday. They said
did that on purpose.
They said, well, see, that's what I was concerned about.
Purpose.
Well, you know, sister, I don't have good sense. So I videotaped that, so I had proof. See, I don't want people to say, "Oh, she just said that." No, I didn't. I heard that off the news this morning, and because somebody said, "Oh no, it can't be there," and it's like, well, but the network news said that's where it is. So I went and checked with people that were already there. They said, no, it's out here on 102nd. So that's where I ended up. But the news gave me the wrong information as to the location. So I made it my business to record that so I could have proof that I just didn't make up the
Once again, I like to say, Congresswoman Maxine Waters need a lot of support.
Yes, she does.
So it's a lot of pastors have came out in support of her. She need a lot of support right now because she's standing alone in Congress.
Yes, she is.
We all down here.
Yes.
She need a lot of support. A lot of them pump up and get behind her up there in Washington. But when it's time to come out there, she out there by herself.
Where's the Congressional Black Caucus? See,
They not right there. She's standing out there by herself.
Why aren't
Jesse
they
Jackson and all the pastors is here. They all over the place with her. But I'm saying they not the Black Caucus. I didn't see them.
And you know what's so sad? Jesse Jackson is retired.
He came out the other day.
I know he will. Jesse will come out in a minute.
He was in San Bernardino, Riverside.
The point is, where is the National Black Caucus that is right
what
there?
I'm concerned about.
You're there to support our interests, and you're not even backing up our congresswoman that's been the most verbal. They're embarrassing to me.
A lot of Hispanic is supporting her, too.
They were out there. Hispanics were out there today, too, and I had a little young child ask me what was going on, and I had to explain to him. And it was heartbreaking to tell him because he was maybe about 9. But bless his heart, he let me explain to him because he asked me what was going on. And then he understood. See, because it's his people about to be deported. It's his people that are having their children separated at the border right now in these facilities. So did he have a right to ask questions?
Yes,
he did. Did he have a right to be
he
there
do.
to ask these questions?
Yes,
he did.
Because that's who she's fighting for.
Yes, she's fighting
that's
for
what
all
she
of
was.
us.
The meeting she was at, the march she was at.
Mm-hmm. She's fighting
when
for
he
all
got
of
Trump
us.
got mad at her. That's what she was doing, fighting for the kids.
Yeah.
That they have caged in like animals.
Yes.
Wrapped with aluminum foil.
Yeah. Oh. You mean the things they
That
used
man
to
is
do
crazy.
to us as a people?
Yes.
Yeah. I watched Uncle Tom's Cabin the other night. Okay. I'm sorry, family, but I watched that movie because I wanted to see how they played that out.
Yes.
And the introduction to the film talked about how black families had been traumatized by that separation.
Yes.
Mother having her children stolen from her. And
Yes.
that's the essence of... I can't call the author's name, but when Oprah did that film Beloved, that's what that was about.
Yes, that was that.
I'm not going to let you take my child. I'll murder that child myself. So that was the trauma. That was the trauma of that film. I'm not going to let you take my baby. I'm going to kill my baby myself.
But I know Dick Gregory was doing a lot. He was doing a lot of research.
Dick Gregory
before
been
he
trying
left
to wake us up since he left comedy.
He was doing a lot of researches. When you Google his name, and it's a lot of things we need to be Googling his name about.
Yeah.
And we need to bring this back to our brothers. But one OG called me the other night and said that, sister, I want to get everybody that's 14 to 25 in the room. With my own money. I don't want no politics money. I don't want nobody money. I don't want no politician. It's time for the community to step up. I said, you're welcome, but I want a man to do it. I told him, I want a man. I told him, I want men to do it. I, as a woman, stepped up and ran in that area too long as a woman. That's why we ain't been blessed. All us women need to move out the way and sit down and focus on us rising up. But let the men's educate the men's.
Well, you know what?
Let the men's educate. But we, as a woman, we're going to be the one. And I'm telling you this right now. We're going to be the one to save this city.
Yeah, we are. See, because look, every mother that I have talked to this
Power.
last 2 months,
seen it Friday.
we're ready to do something. And it's
seen
not
it
that we
Friday.
disrespecting the brotherhood or none of that.
Not.
We are tired of burying our children.
Yes.
And if the brotherhoods ain't going to stand in front and say no more killing, we're going to stop these mouths from coming after you because, look, they're tired of the killing.
Yes.
They're ready to march on you. We're ready to call out some corners, and we've already located some corners we're ready to start. See, when you see the mother show up with the bullhorn calling out that neighborhood, are they going to be happy to hear us? Are they going to be excited to see us coming? See, because my answer is you need to come join us.
Yes.
Okay, don't be afraid of us coming. Yes. Come stand with us. But the mothers are weary of being silent. They don't want to be quiet about this anymore.
And I want to thank everybody, Twin and Skipp and Taco.
Yeah.
And Yang and everybody, Donnie, Hank, everybody out there doing Summer Night Lights.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I really want to thank you.
Yes.
Because we need that.
Yes.
I had went to Mayor Antonio a while ago and brought Summer Night Lights to Watts. It's still going on.
Okay.
And the kids are working.
Good.
And Kelly is over in Imperial Courts and Nickerson.
Okay.
Yes, we got Kelly. She the supervisor over all the kids and everything.
All right.
She's doing a great job.
All right. That's good to hear. See, because it's a problem we need to fix. You know, everybody else has been trying to fix. The police have been trying to take credit. Oh, yeah, we making it happen. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just arresting, which is what your job is. And we want you to stop shooting. We want you to stop abusing us. And so they pull
it's
back
coming
on
back.
some
It's
of
rising.
that.
It's rising up. Then what's the new chief name? He's gonna have. he's going to have to do something.
Well, he's got to come introduce himself first. So,
Yes.
'cause our community does not know him. And as I've said for years, we build the police chiefs. And
Okay,
if-
well, he
if
needs to
you-
come
if
here.
He does. See,
He needs to
because
come
look,
here because how he
if
just
you can handle South Bureau, you
He
can
just got
handle the whole
installed and he ain't
city,
been here?
okay? And he ain't never been here.
Oh,
he
my
ain't never been here.
Jesus.
So we got to start all over with this guy. He's a stranger.
well, he
He's
got
a
it.
stranger.
Well, this is our
Yeah.
mayor office right here.
Yeah.
We all starts here.
Yeah.
Everything stops and it starts here. Then you go out.
Yeah. Well,
So
and-
to me,
hey, look,
To me.
I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to back you up. We really don't care about the rest of the city. We only
Yes.
care about this area where our
Yes.
kids are dying. We're
that's the
getting
part
abused by the police.
we need him.
We only care about
we need
that
to talk
part. So,
and see what's his agenda and what he's going to do.
Yes.
Because police killing is rising back up.
yes. Oh, my God.
It's
that-
rising back up, and I thought we was trying to sit down with somebody.
We were. Well, you know, Chief Tangarides has been moved. Okay, so family, if you didn't know, we don't have Deputy Chief Tangarides anymore. He's been moved. So,
Oh my Jesus!
yeah.
Oh,
So-
we need prayer.
Yes, we do.
Excuse me, I'm calling all the pastors.
Yeah, 'cause,
We
yeah.
need prayer.
Yeah.
We need prayer right now.
Yeah. It's
need
like
prayer.
every time we get something working better,
We need
they
prayer.
get rotated out and then we get a new face. Well, I will say with this time, they're not bringing in a new face, newer than the new chief, but the one that they brought over South Bureau is somebody we've already worked with. So
Oh my God!
he's familiar with the community already. He spent a lot
I'm
of years
gonna say
there.
too-
And let me say this. He's very happy to be spending his last few years with LAPD working with South Bureau. So he's very excited about it. And when I tell you who it is, you
Amen.
can tell me off the show if it's okay or not. But
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter who it is. We need somebody, and we need the city council, the mayor office, and Mark Ridley Thomas, Janice Hahn. We need somebody to create some more jobs.
yeah.
We have a lot of youth that is not working.
Well,
They don't have that many jobs.
no, they don't.
Every
And-
city, every area, they don't have that many.
no, they don't.
They don't have that many.
No, they don't.
So we need, and for the kids that didn't graduate, it's okay. We want to help them get back in there.
yeah.
Okay, so
we
we
need
was
to
talking about
fix
that the
our
other day.
school system.
Some of them were saying that I dropped out 2 months or 3 months before, and they only need 5 and 10 credits. Some of them.
Yeah.
So we need to hear from them kids.
Yeah.
And we need to hear from them youth. We here for you.
Yeah.
And Skip, I miss you.
Yeah, I missed you too.
I miss you, Skip. And we're going to keep on driving you crazy. Mothers are.
He was supposed to be here today, so I'm not going to let him off that hook. He was supposed to be
Yes.
here today, and I talked
He
to
was
him
at so
earlier
many
in the
marches
week.
today.
He was out this morning
Yes.
at Congressman Woman.
Yeah, because he sent it to me, and I was meeting with 3 other families
Right.
about grievance. And like I said, before we go, we need to find out about the siblings, the fathers, the uncles, the aunties. We need to find out about them after it's a murder.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate. You can contact me through the radio station. And if anybody need me for grievance, anything you need me from, I'm here.
We need to set those up. Have those come together meetings where
Yes.
our mothers are welcome to meet
Yes.
with each other, because that's the best. We talked about this. We've been talking about this.
Arvis said
And-
she have something,
look,
but
that's
you-
the best mental
Yeah.
health help.
That's what we
that
need.
We can
When
give
you can
ourselves
hear from each
is
other.
to have the mothers come together. Yes, absolutely.
Because when I went to Paris, my niece had drowned at the lake. 3 of them was drowned, but they saved 2, and 1 they couldn't get. They just seen her arms going around and around. She didn't make it. When I went out there, so many people was grieving. It was so many schools, principals, the community. It was a lot of people. You don't know how much your child is loved until something happened.
something happened.
So we need a lot of grievance counseling.
We do.
And they was
do.
just, the kids was screaming and falling out, and they really knew what was going on. But I love the way the mortuary said she just sleep.
She does.
Touch her. Put a flower over there. I like the way they are trained.
Very sensitive.
Because it calmed down the situation at the
Right.
cemetery.
And we need that sensitivity at a horrible
I
thing
really
like
love
that.
them.
And you know what? That's the sad truth that we discussed as
really
mothers
do.
traumatized last week and the week before. The reception that they get at that horrific time sometimes is not
Yes.
good between the paramedics, law enforcement,
Yes.
even at the hospital.
They be real mean.
Yeah.
They don't let you get in the truck. And then they don't give you no information, which they need to hear up and give you information like they just did in Chicago. We need information right then.
Right there.
I
Wait.
love the way he just did that
Okay, because
in
look.
Chicago, because he gave it. Bam!
Okay, 'cause
I'm
look.
finna give it.
Okay, and I'm not mad at Chicago, but look, in Los Angeles, we used to have mothers come and respond to
Yeah.
that
See,
scene.
that's what we
And
need
then-
to do.
Yeah, well, LAPD tried to take that from you.
Yeah,
They want to give
that's
it
what we
to
need- that's what I was
in-house.
doing yesterday
They want to
and
give
today.
it to people that
No,
are
they can't
employed
do
by
that.
them.
They can't do
You know
that.
what? It's such a wrong
can't do that.
move. It's an ultimate insensitivity right there.
We all
I'm
went through that
traumatized.
training.
You're going to send this stranger over here to
Yeah.
walk me through this
I'd
process
rather talk to
when
another
I really
mother.
want to be in the
Yeah.
ambulance on my way to the hospital with my child.
Because that's something to do on me.
You're the
I
one
know
that's
exactly
going
what
to
you're
tell me, no,
talking
I
about.
can't go.
And I was flying behind them. They was
Yeah.
flying behind me. I had like 20 police cars following me because I was flying behind the ambulance.
Yes,
They
yes.
wouldn't let me get in there.
Yeah. See, that's wrong.
They wouldn't let me get
See,
in there.
this
And
is
they
what-
blocked me.
this
And I
is-
still didn't
look,
see him
This
for
is
hours.
what we've been advocating for. If the mother's on the scene, you should make sure she
Yes.
gets to the hospital. If you're not going to ride her, let her ride in the ambulance with her child. She should be in the car behind the ambulance, getting at the
They
hospital
called
at
back
the
up,
same
blocked
time.
me and everything.
No, see that's so.
I don't never want no other mother to go through that.
No. Well,
So
you know
that's-
what? Hannah Bell. Samantha just went through that with her daughter Hannah. Hannah was killed in front of her. They took Samantha around the corner to keep her away from the ambulance, and as they had her distracted around the corner, they drove Hannah off. Okay, and left her mother there at the scene. It's like, why wasn't she in a police car following the ambulance? These are things that we should demand and changes that we can get.
Well, when
This
he
is what
come
the
here,
unification
that's
needs.
one of the things I want you to talk to him about
Who's that?
when the new chief comes.
When the new chief, girl, you know what? He already knows what I'm gonna say. I saw him Friday, and I told him, and we had a good little head-to-head thing, and he's so happy to be here. It's like, okay, now look, I know, sister. I know. I'm not playing. I'm not joking. I'm serious. We're gonna make some things happen.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
If we see it,
yeah,
we see some changes.
yeah. Well, we
Especially
have
when
to.
Friday came, you know,
Yeah.
for the brothers to come out
Yes.
and the kids and families.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I see the change because it usually just be the mothers.
Mhm,
But when
yeah,
I seen
yeah.
all them families and young people,
Yes.
that made me feel so good. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we got power right now.
Yes, we do.
That's
we do.
what I felt.
Yes, I did too. I did too. It just, it just, the first reaction was sorrow when I hit that corner and saw those shoes lined up and they were singing Glory, Common and,
Yes.
oh my God, and I saw those baby shoes.
Oh my Jesus. I was like, oh my God, when I see all them baby shoes.
It was very emotional.
Too many baby
Very
shoes.
emotional. And family, you just have to really bring up your care, your sense of concern. I mean, if I look like you, if Cynthia looks like you, I mean, that means we're family.
Yes.
That means we're family. We're all connected in this, and we're such a small
And
part.
we all can.
Yeah, we can.
I found that out through my son murdered. Everybody is kin.
Yeah.
Everybody is kin.
Yes.
Because we started from down here by the Peplos, and then and before that, I'm going to go farther than that. We was in East L.A., Ramona Garden and Strata Court. The blacks came from the south to the East L.A. African American was in East L.A. first. Then we started coming to Peplos. And from the Peplos, everybody went to Watts. From Watts, everybody went to St. Pedro. So we all was together.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody mama was like, where you came from? Louisiana, girl, Alabama. And they all wind up, well, where you going to sign up? Well, I'm going this way. Now we marked. We need to release the doves, the white doves.
Yeah.
We need to release them and bring in the yellow roses. We need our yellow roses back. That means love.
Yeah.
That means peace.
We need to start loving ourselves again, loving each other. And you
Yeah,
know what?
you know what? You're right.
Let me say it
You're
this
right.
way.
You're
You
right.
ain't got to love me, but just don't hate me.
No, you're
I
right.
mean, don't hate me without a reason. If I haven't punched you,
said
then
the
why
key
are you
word.
mad at me?
Because I don't love sister.
Yeah. See?
I got to find sister first.
Yeah.
Let's work on home. And then I'm going to bridge out again. Right now, I was so busy helping other people, and I lost my kids.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Lord,
Yeah.
oh, my God, what happened? I'm asking all the mothers, let's start at home again. And then we're going to bridge out one thing at a time, 1 feet at a time.
Yeah.
Every 5 feet at a time. Kids walking by, where you from? Where you going?
Yeah, the way
Come
I
here.
was raised. Miss Jones
Come
on this
here.
corner, Miss Jackson on that corner, Miss
Baby, where you-
Jackson on
who
that
is your-
corner, Miss
Ain't
Smith
you
on that
so-and-so
corner.
daughter?
And all 4 of them converge right in the
Now,
middle.
they trying, though.
Yep.
But it's only 2 or 3 people. And each community is trying. They
Right,
trying.
right.
And I want to holler at you and tell you, don't stop.
Yeah, don't stop. Please don't
Keep
stop.
it going.
Yeah.
And I
please don't
thank you.
stop. Yeah, because you have become the anchors that our children need to see.
Yes.
Really, really. They need to see anchors. They need, and I'm so happy that they get to see you.
Yes.
Really. See, because I think about what it was before and how crazy it was, and we didn't know who to talk to. We didn't even know
Yeah.
who we could talk
Bo
to.
Taylor wasn't
But
playing
then
with us.
Cynthia come and raise her hand. Bo Taylor come looking for
Bo
us.
Taylor
and
wasn't
then people
playing with
started
us.
raising their hand.
I love Bo. Bo
Yeah.
spit a die. He don't care. Oh, you
Yeah.
gonna listen to me?
Yeah, he did.
And we would listen. I said, Bo, I don't care.
But Bo-
He's like,
but-
sister, what happened?
yeah.
I'm finna go over here and I'll be right back. Now you get these brothers together and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And I'm finna talk to them brothers and then we're gonna meet at the skate
Yeah.
ring. You hear me?
And then too,
And he didn't play.
and people that
When things
don't-
happen,
No, and look, Bo
we gotta
Taylor,
go.
Bo Taylor
Shut
brought
it
Pete
down.
Carroll from SC.
Yes, he did.
To open up the doors to football in the Watts community.
Yes.
And he and Pete Carroll used to walk the Watts community at night when it was
hell,
dangerous.
If it was a problem, and if somebody got murdered, him and Pete Carroll would come to that house
Yeah.
and sit all night to listen to that family.
Yeah.
And what is the needs? Who shot him? And then Pete Carroll and Bo would go to that community.
Yeah.
Who shot the person?
Yeah.
And sit down with him and say, okay, what is the needs of your son? What do you need? We're gonna come to court with you.
yeah.
And have this brother been in trouble before? Is he have special ed? Do we have this? Do we have mental health? They got into the family business, which you supposed to do.
Right.
Let's get into this family business.
Right. Bo Taylor really did open some doors.
Until it
He
was
really
closed.
did, yeah.
He really
He
didn't
did.
stop
He
until
didn't stop.
I don't want no more shooting.
Right. He didn't.
Sister, I'm here. Open the door. I say, Bo, I'm asleep. It's midnight. He say, Bo Taylor say, sister, open this door.
Open the door.
Get up.
Yeah, you
Darian.
get up.
Darian, sister, get up. Get up.
Yes.
Let me go over here.
Yeah.
Let me go over there. This is what we doing tomorrow. We're finna calm it down. I want you to have a barbecue. I want them to have a barbecue. I want Nicholson to have a barbecue. I want everybody to have some on the same day.
Right.
We're going to stop it today.
Right. Right.
We don't got no jobs. Bo, we ain't got no jobs over here, man, that barbecue. Okay, now if I get 10 jobs for each each community, you think that'll work? Well, we got it.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
The point is, Bo invested his life.
Whole life.
His whole life in trying to make a difference for us. And that's what
And
makes
when
him
he was
so
sick.
important. That's what made him so important.
Yes.
He cared enough. And we're always talking about the apathetic that won't even look our way. And here this man has put his life on the line to kick doors open, to make a way, to connect with us as a people and say, come
Yes.
on, let's do this together. And that's the whole thing that's missing.
And Jim Brown, we need to check on him.
Yeah.
We need to check on Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Jim Brown care about the whole city.
Well, he started
The
with
whole
America
city.
I Can. He started
America, I can. We
years
need to
ago.
check on Jim Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to find out what's going on with him.
Yeah.
That's our father, grandfather, and he had everybody back, every brother.
Yes, he did.
All over the city.
Yes, he
Jim
did.
Brown, we love you. We not forgetting about you.
That's right.
We love you.
Right. We appreciate the warriors that started this to try to bring change and make a place where we could have change and develop the idea of change. So we thank Jim Brown and Bo Taylor for the sacrifices they made in this work. See, somebody had to be first.
Yes.
Okay, somebody had to say, you know what, this is crazy, something wrong going on here. And these two men were the first that stood up.
Khalid Shaw, he the only one let us use his building when we was trying to come together. Nobody wouldn't let us use the building when we first. Him and Father Muhammad over there by the Nickerson, he let them use the building. And then Khalid Shaw let us use the building to the other side of the community. Watts was using the Father Muhammad building, and then Khalid Shaw let all the olds, the 60s or whatever, use the building, and he had our back. They let us speak. Steve Harvey, your girl, the prima. She we need this radio station.
This is poetess.
We need it.
This is poetess. Morris Media, okay.
We need. That's I want. She know where we started from because she was with us.
Yes,
she was with me and Bo.
I got a picture of poetess with
she was with
Taco
us.
Ben Owens from 2009, and it was
she was here.
Skipp Townsend's first fundraiser.
And I can't believe this.
It was
look
2009. Yeah, and look at us today.
Look God did.
We've just got 30 seconds for you to send out a final message to the community, sister, if you would.
My final message is let the kids live.
Yeah, please. That's powerful. That's enough. Family, I hope you was listening, because that's the right message. Let our children live. How about that? And support our Congresswoman. And
support Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Yeah. We want to make sure no harm comes to her on our watch, okay? So, family,
and Danny Bakewell and Khalid Shaw, thank y'all for coming up with the money for some more summer jobs for the youth. That's what we need. We need more summer jobs.
Well, that's going to have to be the final word, and I just want to thank you, Precious, for coming and spending this hour with us.
I got
Skipp.
you.
Yeah, Skipp owes you. Okay? I'm going to help you collect from him,
I love
too,
you, Mama.
when we see him.
She called us.
Yeah. I'm going to keep calling you, too.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you, community family. God bless you. Thank you for listening, and Gang Talk will be back next week.